Eleanor. Get to town as fast as you can.
Hold up there, stranger. You got business here? You need to see Mayor Clayton? Wait a sec. I'll tell him you're here. Don't you move. Hello, sir. Got a man here to see you. Looks like Dan sent him.
Interesting. Send him to me right away.
The mayor can see you now, but hold on. We got a few rules here in Wellspring. You see, people don't exactly take to strangers here. Just you keep your head down and mouth shut, and you'll do just fine. Folks here are mighty suspicious. They aren't gonna just trust you, at first. My advice? Best keep to yourself, okay? To get to the mayor's office, just cross the courtyard once you're in town. Can't miss it.
You new? I'd like to be one of the first to welcome you to our little town. It's a decent place, and the authority doesn't come around much.
Hold it there, pal. The bar isn't open to drifters. You want a drink in this town, you gotta pass muster with the mayor. If he's cool with you, then we all...
Attention, good people of Wellspring. It is my pleasure to announce a recent trade agreement with the town of Gunbarrel in the southern...
Will you look at how you're dressed?
trade route will be a great Remember, together benefits every citizen and makes this town stronger. Thank you for your attention. Wasteland Radio. When the mutants give you the blues, we're here.
Haven't seen anyone dressed like that in a long time.
Sure I saw them. Mutants, 10, 20 of them. All over.
Jackpots is closed. Authorities.
We've always got space for new races!
You doing, town? I got everything you need to keep your vehicle working, right?
Sheriff Black has reported a third increase in bandit activity north of the all non-emergency travel
yourself
until it is
straight.
once safe again. Thank you for your understanding.
You're new here. Stranger, huh? Yeah, you do look pretty strange.
Welcome to Wellspring, stranger. Best little town this side of what passes for civilization and a few good safe miles from any authority outposts. Nicest people you'll ever find live right here. Friendly folk. Not your wasteland bandit scum. Good honest people. Well, enough with all that. So I hear you have a message from our friend Dan. Let's have it then. Having some trouble with bandits in the settlement again. Dangerous life out there. Deadly even. Well, I can get all this stuff he needs. Gonna take some time though. Not sure how long. He must really respect you to give you this important job. So for now, I'll trust you too. You can stay here in Wellspring while I'll get his supplies, but not dressed like that. You'll bring the authorities sniffing around, and I sure don't need that. So, you'll need to lose the Ark suit for something a bit more modern. Go see the vendor in town. Get good. Glad we understand each other. When you come back, we can have another little chat. Hey.
I haven't seen anyone wearing an Ark suit for a long time. Dangerous thing you're doing there. Be careful. Authority spots you and you'll be hauled away in a flash. You best keep as low a profile as you can around here. Don't let people...
A man from the past walks through my door. Goes to show you that no one needs nothing around here. But let's first talk about that suit you're wearing. I can take it off your hands for a fair trade and get you something, a little less, well, noticeable. Each of the suits possesses unique characteristics. It's up to you to decide what works best for you. The Roughneck. Very good indeed. Remember, I buy and sell all manner of goods here. Care to browse my selections? I have some of the finest goods. Pleasure doing business with you.
That's much better. Now you look like any other good, hard-working citizen. But we got another problem. You see, you can't just leave your vehicles parked outside my town. We're civilized here. We have rules. And since it looks like you're gonna be here a while, you're gonna need a place to park your stuff. Go see Mick across the way in the garage. He can help you. Got that? After you talk to Mick, go see Sheriff Black. He should have Dan's supplies all set by then. You're gonna like our sheriff. Seen Mick yet about a garage? What are you waiting for? Seen Mick yet about a garage? What are you waiting for?
Attention all citizens. This is your mayor. As you are well aware,
Well. Howdy do to you? And what can Mick do for you?
this will not be tolerated. If you are caught breaking any
Oh, a garage? Well, you come to the right place. So here's the deal, fairest in the wasteland. You let me do all the repairs on your vehicles, and guess what? That covers the rent for the space. What a deal! And I see you got one of them shortwave radios. Mighty handy, yeah, mighty handy indeed. So if you get into a jam and need a tow, why, just get on the radio and give me a blast. How's that for service? That door there will get you into your garage. Or just drive up to the main gate outside and I'll let you in. Couldn't be any easier. And lastly, welcome to town.
Let me guess, you're the stranger that Clayton says is taking some stuff to Dan's place. I'm afraid it isn't gonna happen quite so easily as that. No way I'm sending all these supplies with you in an unarmed buggy. Might as well dump the damn stuff on the road. What you gotta do here is see Rusty by the track entrance. He can get you all set up with some guns. You got it? Get some firepower, then you can come back and take the supplies to Dan.
Hey, my friend. I must say, you do look...
Greetings, stranger.
Now listen, I only take racing certificates for any upgrades or parts, and you gotta win those on the racetrack, nothing else. So if you want to deal with me, you best see Jackie Weeks first. He's always on the lookout for new racers. Now listen, I only take racing certificates for any upgrades or parts, and you gotta win those on the racetrack, nothing else. So if you want to deal with me, you best see Jackie Weeks first. He's always on the lookout for new...
Greetings. Name's Jackie Weeks, and I'm the impresario who runs all the high-speed races in Wellspring. And I do mean all. If you're interested in testing your skill, you can go talk to my business associate over there, Slim. He can get you all set up to race. And do come back if you feel the need for some speed.
Welcome, friend. Name's Carl, but seems like everyone calls me Slim.
Funny, huh? All right, the deal is, if you want to race, you talk to me. Now, just take a look at all the events we have here, find something you like, and assuming you meet the requirements, then you're in. All the prizes aren't racing certificates, you know. Good to get new vehicle upgrades at Rusty's. Check out what races are available. Drive safe.
Welcome, race fans, to another exciting Dusty 8 event.
Care to look through the list of events? Good luck. Care to look through the list of events? See you again.
Parts for sale here. See anything you like? See you soon.
Good people of Wellspring. Sheriff Black has received disturbing reports of mutant sightings in the Western Territories. As you look behind.
Good job. Those guns should keep you safe. Enough. Go ahead and grab the supplies now and just blow anyone away that tries to stop you. Now move out.
Didn't the authorities
Phil.
say it had stabilized the
Looking for
cost
work?
of water? Some new technology?
Well, let me give you some advice. Your reputation is everything here. If people don't know you, they don't like you. And you gotta earn their respect. Best way to do that is by making the roads safer. Simply stated, destroying bandits. Makes people like you and brings business into my little bar. So I'll make a deal with you. Every bandit car you destroy in the wasteland, I'll reward you a little. I'll make money. You make money. We got a deal? Excellent. I think you're learning how things work around here.
This expansion is vitally important as it will provide much needed space for...
Good to see you again, friend. Almost gave you up for lost. And I see you ditched that ARC suit. Well, you could almost pass as one of us. Did old Clayton come through? I know you took some chances getting these back to me, but these supplies will really help my people. I always pay back any favors. So I want you to have my pride and joy. The Desert Striker crossbow. Not your typical bow. It has twice the punch, and no one will hear you use it. Now for the bad news. We've seen some authority patrols not far from here. They must have heard there's an ARC survivor somewhere. You best get back to Wellspring until things quiet down. And good luck, my friend.
Yes, Joma, ja, nee, het gaan baie goed, dankie. Ja, dit is Rage 1 die wat ek nou speel, so ja, dit is definitief die ARC suit kom van, is op Rage 1, so ja.
You were mighty helpful for me and my people. And it'd sure be nice having someone like you around here, but I can't take the risk of starting trouble with the authority. You be safe now.
Nee, sharp, Joma, ek is bly jy geniet het. Ek wou daai Black Hawk gedownload het, maar toe dog ek laat ek my eerder een game op beslag doen.
Hey, pal. Mayor Clayton and Sheriff Black been asking about you. You in high demand around here. Remember.
The character of this town is its people, and we must all work together to make it stronger and more attractive.
Good, you're back. I can use someone with your skills. Little problem up north that I need someone to check out. Bandits been digging in a crater north of here, and rumor has it they're refining pure feltrite. And in their hands, that's dangerous stuff. I'm gonna need you to run up there and take a look. Get me a sample of whatever the bandits are making. You'll have a long drive to get there, through some mighty dangerous areas. So make sure you're well stocked with supplies before you head out. You made it back. Good thing. Got a problem, and I believe you might be the man for the job. The North is a dangerous place for small buggies like yours. Afraid you're gonna need something with a little more muscle. You need to get your hands on a Caprino. When I got supplies, I need to run up north. But the easiest way to get a Caprino is to win.
Attention! The Dusty 8 sponsored event is now open. Always our local favorite. Are you looking for a better set of wheels? Then the Dusty 8 sponsored event is just what you need. This event gives our local business leaders a chance to show what they've got for sale. A little promotion mixed in with all that speed and the mayhem. Win-win, as I say. The best racers win the best cars. You want to race? Then you'll need a sponsor. I hear the guy that runs that show... You can find his little shack of horrors down by the Southern Highway. Just look for the sign with his face on it.
Look no further than here for all your vehicle needs.
Nee, ek dink Rage 1 en 2 se maps is daar's 'n groot verskil tussen die twee. So Rage 1 se map is baie kleiner as Rage 2. Rage 2 is redelik groter. Dis ja, dis al wat ek eintlik van Rage 2 gehou het, is net so 'n bietjie meer free roam spasie gehad.
Look here, new face, a new body. Oh, I am so glad I got out of bed this morning. Let me guess, you need a sponsor. Great! Muy bueno! We are simpatico, eh? You want a sponsorship, and I need a contestant. The game is easy. You enter my little arena, and the game begins. Rules pretty simple. Kill or be killed. You make it through alive, give me a good show, and you'll have your sponsorship. Easiest sponsorship in the wasteland. Excellent. Put a good show on, and I'll put it in reruns for years.
Welcome, viewers, to another exciting Rock'em Sock'em episode of Mutant Bash TV, the show where carnage is king. We've got a fresh new competitor here today, straight from the past. He looks tough, but is he ready to compete? We'll soon find out. But now, give it up for our hero! In a tough simple enough, you say? Well, not so fast. We've got a fresh batch of northern beauties here today. They're tough and fast, so our contestant best be on his toes. All right, let's get this show on the road. Kill or be killed. This game is all out. Let's start the show.
Ek is nie seker nie. Is Stuur vir my 'n link as jy kan, sal ek bietjie kyk. Klink bekend.
Here's a chance for our contestant to win some big money prizes. It's very simple. Shoot the target to stop each wheel on a prize before the time runs out. Watch out for mutants! Good luck.
Okay. So we can kyk na die preview. Ons kan eintlik sommer nou kyk. Starfield. O, is seker nog nie gerelease nie.
Humanity has always hunted for knowledge in the unknown. The wonder is, not that the field of stars is so vast, but that we have measured it.
Works in Bethesda.
We're all here because we're committed to the biggest question of all. What's out there? You're part of Constellation now. Part of our family.
We do not fully understand all that is at work here.
No finer group in the stars to be unraveling this mystery.
I'll follow you from here on out, Captain.
Grab jump is ready. I love this part.
These artifacts could be everything we've been looking for. Another great secret the universe is asking us to... We are not stopping. Whatever lies at the end of this road will change humanity forever. This is where we belong.
Ja, die gameplay lijkt aardig maar goed. Ofwel, dat is niet eindelijk gameplay nie. Eens kijken.
I like to boost it. My victim it can boost it. I like to boost it. We like to boost it.
Boost, the great tasting vitamin boost.
Boost it.
Starfield gameplay has just been blown wide open at the Xbox showcase. Bethesda gave us an impressive 45-minute presentation on what the game is, revealing several new huge mechanics, details and more. And right now I'm going to give you all of the important details in a bite-sized fashion. There's some really cool stuff in here. So with that said, let's get stuck in and take a look. Drop a like below to help support me and get this video out there. Thank you. At its core, Starfield is an action role-playing game. You will embark on story quests, side quests, build ships, relationships and travel to over 1,000 planets in the galaxy, discovering interesting creatures, characters and enemies. The game also features dogfighting in space and base building. More on that in a bit. The character creation tool is said to be the best that Bethesda has ever put together, with many options to change how you look, including ethnicity, age, etc. They even scanned real faces and implemented them, so you can use those as baselines and then mix and match as you desire. You'll get to pick a background that has gameplay implications and 3 basic skills, and what you choose here has an impact on the gameplay, opening up new ways to complete missions based on who you talk to. You can also choose 3 optional traits with advantages and disadvantages acting as gameplay modifiers. The game features an expansive set of skills that can be unlocked and ranked up with challenges and XP. There are 5 skill trees, each with 4 ranks per skill. So you could choose to be a strong melee character, a stealthy pickpocket making takedowns, a smooth talker, or a combat veteran who goes in guns blazing and flies around with a jetpack. Your ship, or collection of ships I should say, is how you'll get around the galaxy. And the cool thing about this is that you can build them in many different ways, changing where individual modules and components are. They showed a couple of crazy builds where people had made animal-shaped ships such as a platypus or a spider, or even Optimus Prime here. Looking good. You can recruit crew for your ship too, whether that's cities that you discover randomly on a planet where you found someone who's deserted, and they can actually go onto your ship, look after it, help you in different ways, and of course you can converse with them too, and romance options are available. You can also install modules which improve the performance of the ship and for crafting materials and weapon parts. Your ship is almost another character in the game. When you go exploring and land on a planet that you've scanned, you can build outposts and bases almost anywhere. This looks surprisingly robust, allowing the player to create expansive bases with harvesters and modules for gameplay mechanics. It featured a top-down isometric view too, so you can build a bit easier from a broader perspective, and then switch to first person when you want to get into the nitty-gritty and the decorating of things. We got an extensive look at combat this time too, and it looks tenfold better than what we saw last year. The first-person animations in particular and the weight and feel of the gunplay seem to be much improved based on the video. And talking of guns, Bethesda say that this is the most guns they've ever had in any of their games. We've got a wide range of pistols, shotguns, assault rifles, SMGs, snipers, grenade launchers, miniguns, rocket launchers, freeze grenades, frag grenades, all customizable with mods such as sights, grips, muzzles, explosive ammo, etc. If you want to be more stealthy, you can equip a suppressor if you'd like. Gravity and zero gravity also affects the combat too. Low gravity planets involve much more arena style combat where you're boosting around further with jetpacks, and interestingly, in zero gravity areas, firing guns will push you backwards because of the recoil. That's a nice attention to detail there. In terms of dogfighting and space combat, this appeared to be more advanced than I expected too. There are different systems to manage in the ship, X-Wing style, such as power, speed and weapons. You can just blast away at ships if you want to, firing missiles and lock-ons, but you can also go as far as targeting specific systems on enemy ships too, in the hopes of exploiting their weaknesses. And if you disable an enemy ship, you'll have the option of destroying it. If you want to be that guy, you can do it, or you can loot it from your cockpit, or if you fancy, you can dock with it, go into first person guns up mode, take out the crew CQC, steal the ship and add it to your collection at a spaceport. Flying around in space as you go from planet to planet, you will discover many things to divert your attention. It could simply be a new location or an interesting moon, or another example they gave was this massive space yard here. The player found it, docked with it, walked around looking at shops and interacting with people on board, and discovered goods and missions. A different occasion showed the player docking with a huge battleship and conversing with the crew, potential opportunity to gather technology and better weapons, and then quite differently a giant cruise ship to wander around and explore. You'll be navigating dangerous asteroid fields too and fighting many pirates along the way. As I mentioned at the start, Bethesda said that this game has 1,000 planets. However, there are some procedurally generated elements to them, and your experiences on one planet may be different to a friend who's playing the game in terms of how it looks, the location of things, the bad guys there, and the wildlife. From the language they used, it was a bit ambiguous in places, but I gathered that most of the planets in the game will be procedural, with some handcrafted elements and locations on each of them that are vital to the story of the game. And what will those handcrafted locations be like? Well, they showed a few of them with a ton of detail. The biggest focus in this presentation was on this place here called New Atlantis City, and this was the first human civilization built in space. This place had massive skyscrapers, art installations, museums, coffee shops, a ton of things to see and do by the looks of it, full of interesting characters and quests for you to complete, or just leave as side quests, which you never end up doing. It's also home to the Constellation, who are a group that seem to be pivotal to the story, intent on finding answers to humanity's biggest questions. Who are we? Why are we here? That kind of thing, I'd guess. And some of these guys will end up in your crew. Other places they mentioned were Saronia on Mars, which is a massive mining facility. Mining will be a big part of the game for crafting as you're going around the planet, scanning rocks and gathering minerals, I assume. And then there was the Restart Collective Aquila City. This had a very Fallout New Vegas vibe with cowboy looking people and old western stuff going on. Might be some fun quests there. Maybe you could become the sheriff, that'd be cool. Neon was another place in stark contrast with that, with vibrant lights, kind of looked a bit cyberpunky, and this is a pleasure city where anything goes, so you'll most likely be embarking on many seedy and dirty missions here. Get yourself a bad reputation perhaps. There are also many factions in the game too, which you can choose to join or take down depending on your proclivities for your character. and you'll navigate to all of these planets with fast travel if you want to via the star map, by the way. And before you ask, yes, sadly, landing and taking off on planets is still a cutscene to hide loading. Unfortunately, you can't go from space to planet and vice versa in real time like in games such as Star Citizen or No Man's Sky. Some other tidbits here: Bethesda say that this game uses a next generation lighting model with global illumination and an all new animation system for first and third person actions. The way that the biomes and weather look on any given planet is affected by the distance of the planet from the sun. You might recognize an adoring fan from Elder Scrolls Oblivion, love him or hate him, and there's a deadly robot companion called Vasco who can come along with you for most missions. That's about it. I mean, if they deliver on everything promised in this presentation, this game will be huge. There are so many systems at play here with intricate detail and mechanics. On the surface, it feels like there's a lot of depth and you could get lost in this game for hours. But the question is, will this all gel well together? Will the story be interesting enough? What's the performance going to be like, and how buggy will it be? We'll have to wait and see, and I wish them luck. The concept is fascinating, and I'm more eager to play this now after watching this. It releases on the 6th of September, so not long to wait really, but I just wish that it had co-op so I could explore this galaxy with a friend, but fingers crossed someone mods that in pretty quick on the PC after launch. And with that said, that's all for today, guys. Let me know your thoughts on Starfield Down.
A game like insane. Starfield Direct.
Bethesda just dropped a massive gameplay reveal trailer, and it confirms much of what we've already gleaned from the earlier material they released. Starfield is going to be the traditional single-player space role-playing game perfected with the Bethesda flavor. And while I'm sure that's going to satisfy many a curious gamer itching for a sci-fi fix in a currently barren landscape of dying and unfinished games, for others, like those of you looking for a Star Citizen replacement, it's likely going to be a bit disappointing since Bethesda is taking a much more traditional and conservative approach to game design. What do I mean? Well, trust me when I say that if you're interested in space sim games, then you're gonna want to dive into this new material with me, because Starfield isn't at all what you're probably expecting, but that might not be a bad thing. So, Starfield is a traditional space single-player role-playing game that centers around a character who stumbled upon an ancient alien artifact. I know it's not really a new trope, but for a lot of people, this is probably going to be their first introduction to science fiction, so it's not going to be old for everybody. And I really got to emphasize here, traditional single-player RPG, because that's exactly how Bethesda looks to have approached the game's design. And that's because Starfield applies familiar, tried-and-true RPG game mechanics for character leveling known throughout all of Bethesda's titles like Skyrim and Fallout 4. Think Fus Ro Dah, but in space. They pretty much just came right out and said that they're taking the best of what's worked from previous titles that they've made and improving on it for Starfield. It's just going to be a Bethesda-style game, but in space. So if you expected anything else, well, you're going to be disappointed. But that's not a bad thing, because Fallout 4 and Skyrim, well, those games are legendary. The mechanics then work how you might expect from a Bethesda game. You begin your journey by selecting 3 core attributes which will affect your story and options that you're given during conversations with other characters throughout the gameplay experience. You'll also be given the ability to customize your character through their improved character creation menu, which reportedly includes at least 40 scanned faces to add more realism to the mix. And yet they still manage to look like Bethesda characters. But that's not necessarily going to affect your gameplay experience in any meaningful way, so let's just move on. As you play through, you'll be able to level up, and along the way you'll be able to add on and acquire new perks, level up your abilities, and even unlock new ones. Again, nothing new or unexpected, it's just the traditional Bethesda structure like they've always used. As for the story, the alien artifact thread connects you with a group of explorers who are seeking answers to the purpose of the artifact, and about the mysterious alien civilization that created them. This story is, again, pretty familiar for us science fiction nerds, but it's sure to be fresh for a newer audience. Instead, what's likely going to be the draw for many are the mechanics surrounding exploration of the game's promised 1,000 plus star systems, a truly impressive number if we're to believe that these systems have something interesting to find and do. At the very least, the stuff that they showed off on this trailer was incredibly impressive, and in fact might even be the best looking planet tech that we've seen yet. if you can call it planet tech. We'll go into that a little bit later. As you might expect, traversal to those star systems is going to be managed through this universe's version of a warp drive. In this case, they call it a space fold drive, and it's operated from a star map menu that's actually legible straight from the start of the game, at least if we're to believe this material. Certain other games might learn a thing or two 10 years on. It's done basically through clicking on your destination, and then you'll be able to reach that location so long as you have enough fuel and range. It's nothing fancy, but it works. Once in the star system, you'll drop out into an arcade-like flight mode where you'll have the chance to encounter other ships and stations from various factions in the Starfield universe. That means no flipping and burning a la the Expanse or Battlestar Galactica style space flights, so if you're looking for that, it's a flight model more akin to something like Star Wars Squadrons, Everspace, or Rebel Galaxy. It's not a space sim. Again, not a space sim. This makes a lot of sense though, because the game is also catering to Xbox players who will have a limited number of controls through their Xbox remote. Some of the ships you encounter in space will be hostile, while others will be friendly. You'll be able to fight, run, or even reason with encounters as you could in past Bethesda games via their conversation system. Traveling to points of interest within the star system will also be accomplished through their star map, where you'll be able to scan the various orbital bodies within the system and then select a point of interest that you would like to land at. This landing sequence is a cutscene though, confirmed by Todd Howard himself some time ago, so if you were expecting to be able to pilot your own ship down to a planet's surface seamlessly and fly around, as I said, this is a traditional space role-playing game. It is not a space sim. Bethesda's goal here is to give you the feeling of being an astronaut, not to actually make you into one. Planets and moons will be fully explorable, but will be instant separately from space. There's no seamless transition. So this will likely be disappointing to space sim nerds, but isn't a deal breaker for those of you used to more traditional space games. This approach enabled Bethesda to procedurally generate the planet's surface as you select the location to land, making a kind of seed that's unique to every player. The generated seeds will be intermingled though with handcrafted experiences found through exploration, ensuring that players will still feel like the points of interest they find have some intention behind them, a problem with a lot of procedurally generated games that have come before it. These POIs may be derelict or active settlements, outposts, pirate dens, alien creature nests, or other types of locations that we have yet to discover. As you explore planets and moons, you'll also be able to utilize your scanner to record information on various fauna and flora, similar to what you might have experienced in Elite Dangerous or, more notably, No Man's Sky. It basically looks exactly like that, they just made it look better for their own style. Also, like No Man's Sky, you'll be able to scan for mining deposits, which you'll want to find in order to help craft various items like weapons, supplies, ammunition, and even more that we'll go into later. And while some moons and planets will be mostly barren landscapes like our own moon, others will be a lot more bespoke, like those that feature major cities and POIs that you're going to want to visit to find new items, missions, and maybe even align yourself with various factions found throughout the Starfield universe. And also, of course, progress through the story. Bethesda boasts that these will be the biggest cities that they've ever made in any game before, so it promises to have a lot to explore and be worth visiting. Now, when it comes to combat, for the pew-pew side of things, space combat is going to be done through a much more traditional format in either first or third person with an arcade-style flight mechanic system. Luckily, they also incorporate a much more contemporary combat mechanic, which is in the form of energy management, which you might be familiar with if you've played Elite Dangerous or even Star Citizen. This allows you to rebalance power between different ship systems, which augments the ship's abilities and helps you perform certain tasks better in a pinch, such as powering your shields more so that you can defend yourself against a large force of attacking NPCs. Ship subsystems then can also be targeted on other vessels, which allows you to disable a ship as opposed to destroying it. This enables boarding gameplay where you'll be able to dock with another ship, board it, and then clear it of enemies as you loot valuable stuff. You'll also even be able to keep the ship if you so choose. And as you might expect, combat will also be able to take place on planets, moons, and even space stations, where you'll be able to encounter various NPCs like hostile aliens, pirates, cults, warring factions, and even make possible allies. You'll be able to dispatch them should you choose using one of the game's various weapon types. You'll find the basics like rifles, SMGs, sniper rifles, machine guns, and even more interesting weapons more befitting of a futuristic universe. And you'll even be able to craft different weapons and attachments so that you can augment the weapon that you choose' ability to do certain things, so you can make something to fit your particular style of play. Like other Bethesda games, you can also choose to run and gun, or just go the more stealthy route, or you could even talk your way out of a situation if you're lucky enough and have the right perks to help you out. The combat then overall looks pretty good, about what you would expect from a casual space RPG. Again, Bethesda's not reinventing the wheel here, they're just making a really good updated version of it. But any good science fiction game today worth its salt doesn't just have combat. It also has really cool spaceships, and if it's a really good game, spaceships with interiors. So if you were looking for fully explorable ship interiors, you won't be disappointed. It's a feature that is going to be in Starfield. The style they're going with here is something that they're referring to as NASA punk, which is a style that takes the familiar design language that we've seen from present-day space stations and spacecrafts and adds a bit of a retro-futuristic touch to them to make them feel more a part of the future that we're in this universe. This style is perfect in my view, and it grounds the designs to a more visceral, lived-in style that is instantly relatable. And in Starfield, you also won't be living alone in your spaceship, as you'll have the ability to hire crew on who will help you perform various functions throughout your ship and help enhance your ship's abilities. This will also become an active part of the story, as you'll be able to make friends with them and even start relationships if you so choose. When you're done selecting the perfect crew though, you'll also find that the ships themselves can also be fully customized, and this might be one of the best features in Starfield, at least for me. You'll be able to mix and match, reconfigure, and upgrade your ship through new engines, modules, flare, paints, and weapons, and this will actually change the ship's interior and the way the ship actually flies. And it seems that the limitations on this will be quite few, judging by some of the weird versions of ships that they created for the video. Shipbuilding isn't the only kind of building you'll be able to do either. You'll also be able to build your own outposts, which will have the ability to farm and harvest resources like those found hand mining, and can be used to craft additional items to help you on your way throughout the universe. Yet another feature I'm surely going to spend hours doing without actually progressing through the story. And you know what? That'll be just fine. So again, they're not really doing anything new here, they're just taking what's become more common in the genre and doing it in their own Bethesda way that is arguably the best yet. Starfield then isn't a particularly innovative or revolutionary game, neither technologically or in terms of game mechanics. It's more of an evolution of the genre. Bethesda takes what's worked in the past for their own RPG titles and gives it a new, much larger setting in space enabled by modern technology and hardware, and then sprinkles in what's worked and what is considered the best from other science fiction games within the genre. I look at it as a sort of mature, grounded version of No Man's Sky with some elements of Elite Dangerous and even Star Citizen. So well,
it can get worse. The problem is not going to go away by itself. I always recommend Sensodyne. It works.
Never negotiate when you're naked. Cover your car, home, and stuff online and get the best price up front.
Bethesda just dropped a massive gameplay reveal trailer, and it confirms much of what we've already gleaned from the earlier material they released. Starfield is going to be the traditional single-player space role-playing game.
Nee, maar juist, die game lyk rarig uitstekend uit. Wanneer sê hulle release hy? Ek wil eintlik kyk. Ek seker jy het my nou al gesê, maar jy het gesê hy kom Oktober, September uit. Want ek meen as hy op Game Pass is, kom ons maak so, Game Pass, Starfield, ja, kyk. Starfield, Game Pass, kom ons kyk, Game. En dan kyk ons, sit maar 'n vraagtekentjie daar so. New games coming to Game Pass. Okay, nee.
We just finished the Xbox Showcase and the Starfield
Lyk my
Direct.
gaan gelok is op 30 fps. Hulle sê nie presies nie, maar 10 September. 10 September. Yes, John, dit is nie eintlik so ver van nou
My
af
name
nie,
is
hoor.
ESO, and
Dit is regtig nie so ver van nou af nie. Yes, ek is nou nie eers eintlik lus om terug te gaan om Rage te speel nie. Ek wil nou actually daai game kry. September, dis nou Junie. Oor is eintlik, yes, dit is nog, wat is nog 3 maande. Julie, Augustus, September. Ja. Ja, lyk my wel, as hy nie op Game Pass is nie, het ek nou ten minste genoeg tyd om te spaar vir die game. So, ek is nou nie eers lus om Rage verder te speel nie. Wat zijn space games is daar?
Bravo! Bravo! The
Wat
best
op Game
contestant
Pass,
this
wat reeds op Game Pass is wat ek nou kan kry. Pre-install now. Hy is op Game Pass. Wag, wat? Dis crazy, ou. Bethesda, okay. Contains in-app purchases. Dude. Hy is reeds op Game Pass. Ek het net gekyk pre-install. Okay, al ons probleme is opgelos. Yes, en hier is ons. Wat is ander? Hierdie lyk ook, hierdie Primal, Exo Primal lyk ook net so goed. Okay. Shop. Probleem opgelos. Dit is so cool, dude. Ek kan nie glo die ding is op. Kom ons kyk. Ja nee, hy is besig om te download somal. Okay, eter. Okay, nee, mooi. Ek like it. Kom ons kyk. Kom ons kyk hoe is hierdie.
Space-time distortions. There's still puking out dinosaurs all over the planet.
Ek het gesien hierdie game lyk ook net so sharp.
So, Vikatoa Island's been sealed up for 3 years and Ibius won't own up to Leviathan's malfunction?
Can you address the reports of exofighter patrols on the island?
Reports of exofighter patrols are simply untrue. IBS is committing all possible resources to the investigation.
Exercise results logged. Sunsetting temporal instance.
Go on back.
Ja, nee. Dis te shop, ek kan nou regtig nie wag vir die game om te release nie.
Everyone's armed. Nobody knows what'll happen next. 1 minute.
Hierdie lyk baie soos daai
The
Anthem.
next minute they're shooting you in the back.
Hierdie wat noem hulle die masjiene waarmee hulle rondvlieg.
Until we can figure out how to destroy the Vine. It's trying to build stronger exosuits, so it's pulling any exofighter it can get hold of.
Ja, ek weet nie so lekker van hierdie nie. So ander games is okay. Hy is nou besig om te install. Eens kyk net. Finishing things up. Okay, anyway. Hold to open. Kom ons kyk. Obviously gaan ek dit nie nou kan speel nie. Ja, want hy is nog nie gereleased nie. Imagine. Okay, nee, is mooi. Ryzen 5. Wat is hierdie? Payday 3. Oh. Ek met die gaming industrie is weer besig om op te tel. Forza Motorsport. Ons kyk hoe lyk hy.
I know you're ready. You've got this.
Bella, Ek weet nie. Kyk, Cyberpunk, ek het hom op die PlayStation 4 gespeel en ek weet hy was nie juis geoptimiseer vir die PlayStation 4 nie en hy het baie crashes gehad en goed. Maar ek het gesien hulle het nou Keanu Reeves het nou hierdie nuwe Phantom Liberty ding ge-advertise. Ek het actually vandag die gameplay van het gekyk. So kom ons kyk. Cyberpunk, daar sê. Okay, die game is 400 pokke. Ek sal heel moontlik kyk om dit volgende maand te kry. Eerlikheid. Ek sien hierdie includes die Phantom Liberty. Is R930 vir die bonus. Ek sal 'n bietjie kyk. Kyk, is obviously as dit op Game Pass was, maklik, dan download ek dit, speel ek dit, geen probleem. Maar omdat hy nou so 'n bietjie pricey is, jy weet. Maar kom ons kyk wat se ander games. Ek wil kyk wat's hierdie Skylines. Dit lyk soos 'n stupid game. Miskien is dit nie. Is dit amper soos daai waar jy eie cities moet bou en goed. Ja, dit is okay nee. Nee, dankie. Ek is okay, hoor. Ek wil eintlik kyk hoe lyk hierdie. Ja, ek sal eers 'n bietjie wag tot die prys drop.
Just in and out. Nothing to it.
Hoekom lyk dit vir my asof die graphics glad nie ge-improve het nie? Of het dit?
Everybody hit the fucking floor!
Ek weet nie, ek sien oortuig nie. Ek weet nie so lekker nie. The Lamp Fighters League. What the hell is it?
The world you think you live in doesn't exist. It's a pantomime. Theater. And if you get a glimpse behind the scenery, the stagecraft, you will discover nothing but darkness. And once perceived...
Okay, wel, sover is dit Starfield. Ek weet nie eens of ek geïnteresseerd gaan wees in hierdie Lies of P, okay. Motorsport, daar is die update. Ja, ek wil eintlik kyk om 'n ander game te kry wat soos Cyberpunk-ish is. Ek is nie seker wat se game nie. Ja, nee, ek dink jy slaan nie, wat noem hulle dit, hit the nail on the head of the head on the nail, of die praat waarheid daar so my vriend. Ek kyk. Soos Anthem, ek kan nou Anthem kry, maar as dit, ek het al Anthem gespeel op die PlayStation. Ek sal hom maar download weer en sal ek 'n bietjie jam. Maar as dit, ek is lus vir iets niets wat ek nog nie gespeel het nie. Wat ook so, weet, cyberpunkish is of futuristic. In elk geval, ons kan seker maar terug gaan na Rage toe.
Here's your sponsorship letter. Good luck in the race. But now before you go, care to star in another episode?
Hoe meen jy Ghost Runner? Is dit 'n futuristic game. Hy is seker nie op Game Pass nie. Ons kyk. Okay, so daar's 'n demo, Ghost Runner video game. Okay, wel actual complete edition. Okay, wel kom ons kyk hierso. Wat gaan hier aan? Project Hell, Halloween Pack, Metal Ox Pack, Neon Pack, Winter Pack. Kyk, ek sal like om al daai goedjies te kry, maar ja, ek wil nou nie soveel geldjies hoes nie, verstaan jy? Ek wil net 'n preview van die game kyk. Kan ek dit doen hierso? Xbox bla. Oh, hierso. Okay. Jy sê, dit lyk nogal sharp, hè? Okay. Maar ek wil die video kyk, oom. Waar is die video? Yes, okay. Hierso sy. Ons kyk. Peggy 18. Is redelijk nog goed sharp. Kijk, dit lijkt sharp, nee, maar wat is die doel van die game? Wat doen jij? Complete Edition is the ultimate Ghost Runner experience. Become an ultimate killing machine in Ghost Runner. A challenging but rewarding first-person action game set in gritty neon-lit cyberpunk city, which is it all push forward combat. Soos het hy 'n campaign mode, het hy, kyk, ek sien hy het single player mode. Maar soos is daar 'n hoe is die story mode? Is dit goed? Okay, ja, dis seker waar, nee, ek kan die demo check. Hoe groot is die demo? Ons kry hom maar. Kom ons kyk. Hy behoort nie te groot te wees nie, ek meen, is dit nie volle game? Ja, 3 gig. Okay. Het is sommer maar GTA ook sommer klaar update. Okay, kom ons doen dit eerder nie. Install nou, shop. Ja, shop. Ek seker hy gaan vinnig gaan. Ja, ek gaan 'n bietjie van topic af hier, so ek speel nie meer Rage nie.
Big money prizes.
Okay. Show the certificate of sponsorship to Jackie Wheels. Okay, mooi. En ons gaan wys my hierdie sertifikaat. Wil jy my sertifikaat sien? Check hom. Ja, ek hoop nie jy gaan omgee as ek hom vanaand bietjie jam nie. Ek weet, ek is veronderstel om die series te doen van Rage. Check die ou. Au, wow. Ag, nou ek so ek kan nou sommer ewe skielik iemand raak skiet. Daar is nommer 1. Nommer 2. So. Ja, ek wil nou net sê, ek kry iemand raak geskiet. Kyk een paar van die oukies toe te maak. Wat is die notifications uit ook? Dan heeft dat oké, sure. Wat kan jy 'n shot met jong? Skus, dan sal ek net weer aangaan met Rage wanneer ek plan my besluit gemaak het op die demo. Jo. Ja, dat maak hom maar reg. Ek moet seker nog wat tyd weer vir my.
Good luck, friend.
I'm gonna kry vir die rockers. Want wat ek nou gaan show them. Show the certificate sponsorship. Ek gaan nou file hier agter in gaan.
Congrats on the race.
It's been a long time since LJK had a driver in this event. I do hope you can drive as well as you shoot. Now, go see Slim, and good luck to you.
Ag, dankie, Paddy. Was Slim, hier is ons Slim. Ja, lyk nie baie slim nie, maar okay.
Interested in winning some racing certificates?
Sponsored event. Ja.
Drive safe.
Dankie, hoor. Oké, nee, mooi. Sy kom met my pad uit. Frederik. Zolang hulle agter my bly, ek happy. Sally. Ja, ek het geweet dit gaan gebeur. Ja, jy sien. Ek gebeur het die eerste plek opvat. Ja, sê, ons ben vir een karretjie. Kan jy 'n shop met jou man, dankie man, kwartier uit. Wag, wat het jy nog te sê? O nee.
Great race, my friend.
Dat is my kar.
You can find the Caprino in your garage.
Ek soek my kar. O, okay, is in die garage. Mooi.
I got the best vehicle.
Ek worry nie. Worry nie wat jy het nie. Wat moet ek nog doen? Return to the sheriff. Ja. So jy sal sien die gameplay wat ek het of wat jy nou
I'm glad you got yourself
op die
something that
screen
won't
sien,
fall
so
apart
nog 'n
in a
bietjie
fight.
blurry.
And it's perfect for the
En
little
ek het nie die
task I
beste
have.
capture card vir livestreaming nie.
The Northern
Maar
Watchtower
ek gaan
needs to be
nou
resupplied, but the bandits won't
amper
make
vir
the
my
trip easy.
'n
Luckily, I think you're the guy to do it.
goeie een
Now
kry,
that
so
you've got a
een
vehicle
van die
with a
dae
little
stream ek
more
in
armor.
4K.
It won't be easy. You think you're... Good luck. My men can't wait forever.
And my men can't wait forever. Dink jy regtig ek worry? Ek worry nie, my chop. Okay, wat moet ek nou doen? Ja, ek luister duidelik nie. Head north and west to the watchtower. Hier, Paddy. Weet jy hoe ver is die noord van die weste af? Kan nie noord en wes gaan. Jy kan net een rigting gaan. Ek kan my kar gaan kry. Well, daar is hy, ja. Ek kan nie shop. Ons leef maar. Kyk, want hoe vat hy my. Ja, maar kyk vir streaming, obviously, so vir streaming het jy eintlik het jy baie goed nodig om soos suksesvol te stream. So jy het 'n capture card nodig. So okay, kom ek wys jou, want ek gebruik letterlik my foon as die kamera. So ek gaan net die klank 'n bietjie sagter sit van die game, dan sal ek jou gewys, né? Ja, sien, soos letterlik. My foon se battery is nou pap. Wag, kom ons maak so. Daar is hy. Okay, sharp. So jy sal sien, hier is ek, letterlik, chom. Dis my foon wat ek gebruik. Ja, en jy het eintlik 'n kamera nodig. Om obviously soos as 'n facecam te record. Maar kom ek wys jou my setup. So obviously jy het jou console nodig wat dan in jou capture card ingaan en daai capture card gaan dan in jou skerm in wat OBS toe gaan en dan het jy nou soos 'n streaming PC of 'n ding. En ek gebruik nou net hierdie om te check soos jou comments en so. Maar ja, dis tegnies wat jy nodig het, maar die capture card is redelik 'n groot issue want ja, ek kan nie soos goeie kwaliteit met hom. Ek dink wat sit 10K, ek weet nie of jy kan sien nie, chom. Jy moet my net sê. Wat ek net gaan kyk hierso, maak so. Maak dit gou hierdie vir 'n bietjie groter, dan kan jy sien wat hier aangaan. So dis dan die capture card, so die Xbox se HDMI gaan reguit hierso in die capture card in. Daai HDMI gaan dan in my skerm in en hy gaan ook, ek dink omdat die batterypap is disconnect en nou so 'n bietjie. Nou ja. Maar die capture card gaan ook reguit in my PC in wat dan hierso na die OBS toe wat die recordings doen op die OBS. So ja, dit is tegnies hoe dit werk. So jy het nie so baie goed nodig nie, maar die goed wat jy nodig het is kind of expensive. Ek dink ek moet my foon net gou op charge. Dit gee my 1 oomblik. Hoe bedoel jy nou, buddy? Soos die kamera op my foon of hoe? O nee, so letterlik wat ek doen is, ek het nou net oorgeswitch na my PC, want my PC is ook geconnect aan net my een skerm. So ek switch oor na kanaal 2 toe, dan sit my PC, wat ook al op my PC aangaan, maar kanaal 1 is dan my Xbox. So dis hoekom ek het eintlik nog 'n skerm nodig, om net my Xbox, soos gameplay op, dat ek gameplay kan sien, en dan my tweede skerm as my OBS, of wat ook al daar aangaan. Ja, die rede hoekom hy dit vir jou gee, is want ek livestream van die program OBS 1080 60 frames per second, maar die gameplay wat ek capture op die capture device is nie, dit is 1080p, maar dit is nie 60 frames per second nie, dit is 30 frames per second. Dus hoekom jy sal sien, soms is hy so 'n bietjie blurry, weet dat hy, of ja, die blurriness is maar die 30 frames per second, maar weet verder, is nie eintlik so groot issue nie, maar dit sal net nogal great wees om in 4K of selfs 2K te kan livestream, want dan is die kwaliteit soveel beter, dat ek beter overlays en al dat goeie, so ja, dit is nogal sharp, ek like dit. Sien soos nou, sal ek oor switch na kanaal 1 toe, dat ek die gameplay kan sien, en ook die gameplay kan hoor, want as ek oor is na kanaal 2 toe, op my OBS, dan kan ek nie die gameplay hoor nie. Maar ja, as 'n vinnige tutorial hoe om te livestream. Wat sou jy praat is? So jy sal sien as soos baie beweging is op die skerm, dan sal hy so 'n bietjie blurry wees en so. Maar ja, met daar is 'n, ek dink as die capture card wat ek wil kry is die Elgato HD60X Plus of so iets. Dit is nou die nuwe so ja, dis die heel nuutste game capturing device, wat blijkbaar een van die beste is, so. Wat is die? Waar is hier? So. Soos ek kan met die Xbox app kan ek 1080p 60 frames per second record en livestream, so dis beter as my capture card wat ek nou het, maar die probleem is die internet. As jy die Xbox app gebruik, dan is hy nogal swaar op die internet, dan sal hy gee baie stutters en lag weer. Dit is nie baie ideaal vir gameplay nie, so ek sal eerder 30 frames per second speel, as wat ek al daai lag en daai stutters deurkry. Okay.
Excellent work, buddy. Sure needed those supplies.
Sure needed those supplies. Ja, so, maar ek dink nie eers hierdie ek dink nie eers Rage is, weet, ek dink hy is gecap, ek dink hy is op 60 frames per second nie. Ek dink hy kan 60 frames per second speel nie, so ja. Oké, waar moet ek nou gaan? Eens kyk. Return to the Sheriff, oké. Oké, is jy sharp dat ons bykie Ghost Runner dan kan speel? Dat ek bykie kyk hoe lyk het. Kom, ek gaan net terug na die sheriff toe, dan wel, sommer die hele setup hier voor my is 'n hele paar randjies. So obviously jy weet die Xbox 360, die Xbox Series X is nie 'n baie goedkoop console nie, so hy is so om en by 12 grand. En dan as jy kyk na die capture card wat ek baie graag wil hê, wat ek heel moeilik kan kry nou, is so ek dink 4 so die console met 12 grand, capture card, ek dink as ek nie verkeerd sien nie, is hy 4.600 rand, hy is bietjie expensive, ja. So weet, dit is as ek net gaan kyk, waartoe gaan ek nou weer? Na die sheriff toe. So dit is al klaar, weet, amper 17 grand. My PC het my 10 gekos. So dit is wat 27.000 rand, en dan obviously my skerm, as jy so 'n skerm koop, kos hy jou omtrent so 2,5, so jy kan maar sê so 30k. Obviously ek het die SteelSeries muis en ek het die SteelSeries keyboard, die 60% kleiner keyboard, en ek het die oorfone en al daai goeders, weet, hier is ook SteelSeries. So ja, ek sal sê om by so 35 jom, als, weet, as jy als by mekaar tel en so. So ja, is 'n bietjie duur. Ok, ek gaan hierdie dingetjie repair, dan gaan ek... Ok, kom ons gaan sommer net so oor na hierdie oukie toe, kom ons kyk wat gaan hier aan. Yes, hierdie lyk sharp, ou. Yes, hierdie lyk uitstekend eintlik hoor. Ek hoop regtig uit 'n goeie soos campaign mode. Okay, ek wil die game begin speel. Ja. Speel. Ek wil 'n nuwe game begin asseblief. Yes, it is like sharp.
Alive.
Okay.
Can you hear me? They are already looking for you.
Okay. Ooh.
Relax.
Jo, okay, wag, hierdie sensitivity is bietjie rof. Controls, sensitivity, kom ons sit hom. Yes, ek like hierdie musiek, yes. Music volume, well, kan dit nie harder sit nie. As ek kon sou ek. Okay.
Your implants are still adjusting to the software.
Okay.
I'm in a prison.
Yes.
I can calibrate only your basic protocols from here.
Hier is nog 'n bietjie rof hoor. O, dit nie gesave nie. Apply. Okay.
Yeah.
Daar is hy, een stukje beter. Okay. Right bumper. O, spring. Nee, Chommy, kan nie right bumper spring. Gameplay. Controls. Ja, kan het nie. Ja, controls. Bumper jumper. Nee. Classic. Okay, kom eens kijken. Attack, grab, jammer, dash. Okay. Jump, crouch, interaction, taunt. Daai lyk vir my bietjie beter. Want ek speel klop. Ek weet nie of jy kan sien nie, maar ek speel so. So dit sal vir my makliker wees om so te spring te kere te gaan. Okay, shop. Okay. Free whisper from his shell. Okay, let's go. Is it again like sharper? Okay. Jump towards the surface to water. Okay. Okay.
A trespasser spotted at Metro Station.
What was it? What Infinity
This
Warfare?
is bad. You'll have to fight your way out of here. The air ducts lead to another sector. Your software is a mess. I've rebooted your acceleration module. You should be able to squeeze through that turbine.
Okay. Left bumper while moving to dash. Okay. Whoa, okay. Actually.
You can use acceleration while in the air.
Oh, lekker. Dus hierdie game is regtig nie bad nie. Okay, nog 'n bietjie meer sin.
The trespasser is in the air ducts.
Careful now. They'll be waiting for you. Initiating the sensory boost. Focus.
Okay, hold the left bumper while in the air to enter sensory boost, okay?
Dodge. And go for the kill.
Whoa.
Well done, but you won't last long in this state. You have to get me out of prison so I can get your software in order. I'm being held outside this dome zone.
Ja, so sien die footage wat ek sien wat nou livestream op YouTube is glad nie naaste by so smooth en lyk ook glad nie so goed soos wat ek het op my skerm sien nie. So met daai nuwe capture card dan gaan jy al sien presies soos wat ek dit sien. Ek konsentreer nou nog. Nee man. So. Okay, so. Ek sien. Eish, okay. What? Okay, so ek moet sensory hold. Okay, let's go. Ons kom met out the line of fire. Okay, kom ons ook so. Eish, okay, ek moet nou eers gewoon raak aan hierdie. Okay. Ja, ek word die hele tyd hier die laaste uitgeskiet. Het hulle gesê? Ek dink die ander het my nou geskiet. Ja, okay. Okay, kom eens kijken. Ah, say. Hij was begin stressvol. Ik laat die muziek wat jullie opeten.
Use the surfaces to your advantage. Slide to gain speed. These sewers.
Ach, gaan ik in hem in. Yes! Daarin gaan nie.
Signal. They know I'm talking to you. It's only a matter of time before they breach the doors to my cell.
Okay.
Find me before they get inside.
Waar gaat concealment be?
Dome on lockdown.
Each guard has a built-in lockdown chip.
Okay.
Disabling them will unlock the doors.
Ek kyk waar is die ander is. Dit my nie. Okay.
Tenants found outside their homes will be considered part of the rebel forces and treated as such.
Ja.
A trespasser spotted in the area.
Yes, shit man.
All tenants are to remain in their homes.
What? Nooit. Push. Ah! Okay. Ek het hom nou gedodge. Hoe werk dit? Nooit, ou. Die ou. Ek hou dan die knoppie in. Hy doen dit nie vir my. Okay, miskien moet ek nog eers 'n rukkie wag.
A trespasser spotted in the area.
Hallo? So dit moet in die lug gebeur. Ek verstaan. Okay.
Lockdown lifted.
Ek dink ek vang nou die game werk. Moet ek nou daar uitkom? Wow, okay, ek sien. Interact knoppie. Wow. Okay, kom ons sê continue.
Prison towers up ahead. Hope you're not afraid of heights.
Okay. Press left trigger to get to the gravity. Okay. Ah, okay. Very nice. Oh, okay, ek sien hoe kom die sensitivity so hoog was, want jy gaan ooh, hier.
I can't hold it longer. Find my cell. There's little time.
Yeah, sure. Moet ek kyk. Okay, dit gaan nie werk nie. Oh, dat was koud geweest. Ja, ek shit. Okay, it is my intention. Ja, shit. Dis bietjie was baie om te doen. Okay. Ja, dis word ek van die kant af gesien. It is intense, so
take care of the guards first.
Prisoner terminated.
Oh, okay.
Prisoner termination protocol initiated.
Hoekom het hy nie hy moes die edge gegryp het, moes hy nie? Okay, kom eens kyk. Waar is hy aan ons? Oh, achter my, okay. Gaan so weer so rechts. So. Oh, ek moet eindelijk wag. Tot hy skiet. Nee man. Nog waar is hy weer? Shit, eerlijkheid. Okay, hoe kom ek nou? Ah, sy. Oeh, okay, ja. Dit is nie waar goed nie. Man. Is hierdie level is nogal intens, hè? Ek kan altyd... Oeh. Okay. Ja man, staan op. Damn it. Yeah. Okay, kom met jy so cover hierso. Okay. Ja man. Shop, cuma ganito.
Prisoner threat level extremely high.
Okay.
Prisoner released.
Free at last. Pleasure to meet you. Face to face, that is. Now, let's take a look inside. This may feel a little strange. Welcome to Cybervoid. Time to fix you up. You can talk here, by the way.
Who are you?
You can call me Architect.
Who am I?
You're a ghost runner. Number 74, to be precise. That will have to do for now. Your physical body is vulnerable. Time runs slower here, but we should still hurry. Just keep moving. I will take care of your recalibration.
I remember a fight. Others like me. A fall.
You've been cast down from Dharma City to the base district. It's a miracle to survive a fall like that. Even for someone like you.
A ghost runner.
Yes. You were bodyguards, peacekeepers, arbitrators, and anything else we needed you to be. You tried to stop the coup.
There was a woman.
The name is Mara, or the Keymaster, as she calls herself now. 20 years ago, she stood against me.
It was you I was trying to save.
You failed. I died. My body did anyway. Thanks to the precautions I had taken, I'm still here. Although this form has its limitations.
Are you an AI?
You could say that. You could also say Dharma Tower is a skyscraper. Technically correct.
What is the tower then?
Humanity's home. A megastructure that once housed 1 million. It had been under my care since its creation. Almost a century ago. I divided, but Mara had her own plan. She became the sole ruler of Dharma Tower, ruining
can't this place be normal?
Oh, it's perfectly normal. It's you that has become incompatible. The incompetent repairs you were subjected to made you divergent. You no longer function like a Ghost Runner is supposed to. But we'll change that.
Who repaired me?
That would be the Climbers, a group of rebels that tried to oppose Mara.
Where are they?
Dead, I'm afraid. They'd been killed before I managed to contact you. But there's no time to worry about them now. We're almost done here. Press on.
How did she manage to win?
I was stabbed in the back. We both were, you and I.
Who was she?
Was? A dear friend. A trusted partner. Brilliant scientist. Who is she now is the question you should be asking. And you wouldn't like the answer. No one among the people of Dharma Tower would.
I need more answers.
And you will get them. For now, trust me. The Keymaster is your enemy and a tyrant.
What do you want me to do?
Kill Mara, of course. To be able to do that, you'll have to relearn a few things and tweak your performance. But first, jump. We need to get back, and it's much quicker this way.
Okay, thank you very much for whoever is watching the video. I appreciate you. You guys are very awesome. But that's it for tonight. I will be live streaming again during the week, whenever. And hopefully I can then continue with Rage, the series, and actually complete the campaign mode as I promised that I would do. So yeah, hopefully I can do that by next week. I will be streaming again Rage, and then but yeah, hopefully there's some good content waiting during the week as well. But yeah, thank you very much for tuning in, and I appreciate you guys, and enjoy the rest of your evening. Okay? Okay, very good. Thank you, bye.